Guys, they said Queen Naomi and the Ooni of Ife's joy knows no bound as Ooni's sisters reunite with Queen Naomi's mother. They said, allegedly, oh, don't forget I do not live in the palace. Remember that from what we heard, they said while Queen Naomi was in the palace with the mother and the siblings, they said at a point, they started having problem with the sisters to the king, even though they don't live in the palace. I mean the sisters, because they are all married. But it was beginning to look like, or it was like, they are always in the palace. They frequent the palace so much, such that they started having problems with Queen Naomi's mother. Some people said, why would she be answering the Queen mother this, that? Because you know that during that period, they are calling the woman the Queen mother, of which we all know that by virtue of Queen Naomi, her daughter, being married to the king, that she is the Queen mother. Yes, she is the Queen mother. But you know that some people, when jealousy sets in like this, common sense will even become a problem, you know. Because normally, I don't see the reason why Queen Naomi's mother answering the Queen mother should be a problem. But to tell you that jealousy cannot, there is nothing jealousy cannot do. And they said during that time, Iyalaje, according to what we are hearing, was working with Kabiesi's sisters, because I'm sure the reason why they cling to these sisters is because they know that if the sisters are against Queen Naomi's mother, it will also enable the other people like that Iyalaje them, even Ebony them, and the rest of them to attack the woman and Queen Naomi as well. Yes, because had it been that during that period that Iyalaje, Ebony, the rest of them that were a problem to Queen Naomi's, and Queen Naomi and her family stay in the palace, assuming that the sisters to the king, we are not supporting them, or we are trying to defend Queen Naomi in any way, these other people will back off. Reason is because these people are the main people who owns Queen Naomi. I mean the sisters. They own Queen Naomi in that marriage. When you get married to a man, you get married to his family. And it is also believed that the sisters are the ones that are supposed to protect her in that marriage. But then, from the information we gathered, they did not. Some people said it was because when Queen Naomi came, that Kabiesi, that there are some of the things that Kabiesi used to gain from, that the sisters used to gain from Kabiesi, that they stopped getting, and they started blaming it on Queen Naomi. But everybody should know that when a man marries a wife, the kind of relationship that is between the man and his sisters will be kind of divided, or would like say reduced. Because take for instance now, a man that marries a woman, they will love themselves, but the moment the children started coming into that marriage, there will be divided attention. The woman will have to pay attention to the kids, and by so doing, she might not be able to give the husband the normal full attention that she used to give him before, because there is more task right now. And I believe that is the same way it is in marriage. When the man is not married, the sisters will have so much access to him. They can even enter his bedroom anyhow. They can even lie down on his bedroom, relax with him, chat with him. But the moment he gets married, those things will have to be limited. If not, there will be a problem. Yes, and I believe that that is what happened here. But the sisters, maybe they were thinking that Kabiyesi should have still be the same way he was when Queen Naomi have not entered into the picture. That is why it was looking like they started blaming Queen Naomi for everything. So they refused to protect her, and that was why things escalated and got to the point that it is today. And from what we are hearing, they said they have realized that Queen Naomi is so important to their brother. It's like their brother's happiness is attached to Queen Naomi's presence or Queen Naomi's love, you know. And the only way they could make their brother happy is by making sure that they support him to reunite with his wife, which is Queen Naomi, of which that is what we have been hearing that Kabiyesi is working so hard these days towards achieving. And they said ever since Queen Naomi and her family left the palace, ever since all these years, Kabiyesi's sisters, they have not been in a talking term with Queen Naomi's family, due to the fact that they thought that Queen Naomi insulted the throne. Queen Naomi insulted their brother and all of that. But I believe that right now they have seen that a lot of water passed through the bridge. And they failed in a way. Yes, they did not do the part that they are supposed to do. Because I believe if they have played their part well, it is okay. It is enough to save Queen Naomi and keep her safe in that marriage. But of which, from what we heard, they did not do. Now, everyone have realized their mistakes. And Kabiyesi have been going for Queen Naomi. And it is wise for them to also make an attempt to let Queen Naomi's family know that, my dear, come back. We are going to be solidly behind you these days. And thank goodness, from what we are hearing, I think they have decamped from Igbi's camp, because Igbi at some point was also using them by showering them with so much gifts and all of that. But from what we are hearing, only recently they have been rejecting Igbi's brown envelope every now and then, letting her know that they are regretting some of the actions that they take while Queen Naomi was in that palace. So information have it that the three sisters, they went to Akure to meet with Queen Naomi's mother to make peace, to let her know that every one of them have fell in one way or the other, that it is high time they make peace. Because as long as Tadenikawo is there, as long as Kabiyesi is not letting Queen Naomi go, they are families and they will always remain family. By the reason of Tadenikawo being involved in this whole matter, they will always be family. So they said they went there to make peace with Queen Naomi's mother. And from what we heard, they said Queen Naomi's mother welcomed them very well. Allegedly, and it is a good move if you ask me. That is if this information is true, because I do not live in the palace. They are all alleged unverified information making rounds on social media. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.